Hey, good morning. I'm the co-host of Crypto Corner, Mangus Max. Hope everybody's doing good today. It's Monday, the day after the US attacked Iran. Yesterday was Sunday. You know, I keep an eye on the market, and I got a story for you on that. Keith, how you doing today?
Mongoose Max.
Mangus Max.
Welcome to Crypto Corner. How's it going? Yeah, Michael. Oduwa Coin.
Crypto Corner. You know, we're dedicated. We've been doing this for many years, since Bitcoin was what, $3,500 in 2019.
$3,500. Yeah, even I think less than maybe that. But yeah, we've watched Bitcoin go from a little bit to what it was, 100.
And what if I told you that yesterday was a huge crash because the markets panicked? And what if I told you that Bitcoin went all the way down to $98.5 thousand?
What if?
And it did.
It did.
And altcoins just got sucked because their Bitcoin dominance keeps growing. So anyways, today I just checked the market. Crash and a V taper. News, yeah? Today the market is up. Bitcoin's... Any guesses what the Bitcoin is happening?
But why would the bunking bombs in Iran going boom boom, why would it affect the crypto market? I mean,
general market.
Generally, yeah, the market, because people might want to buy gasoline or fear of this and fear of that. So markets react. The organic, the human part, the markets are reacting to the news of what's going on. So the U.S. gets involved with the B2s over Iran and the uranium enrichment things. So boom, 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 and then the markets react. So there's the big market, like you're unplugging the mic. The big markets, and then there's the crypto market.
So the question is, why would the markets react to United States attacking Iran? That's the question.
Right. We know that the altcoins will follow Bitcoin, so we keep an eyeball on the Bitcoin. But why does the Bitcoin go down from 110,000 to what is it now? You said guess.
It went down to 98. It went down to 98.5 thousand within a matter of hours. So why? There's three things going on. Cool keyboard. We're typing.
Taking notes.
Okay, side note this. Let's knock that out.
Why?
Just for the audience, and you know. What's this.
The speculation?
The speculation is that news sell. Common. You look throughout the history. If you study the markets, news sell. News sell the markets. As an investor, I feel uncertain when there's potentially war breaking out. So I want to go into the cash position. Always. I don't want to have my money allocated somewhere else where the market may crash. The internet goes out. Uncertainty. So I always feel good when I have cash. So the market always reacts anytime there is negative news. So that happened with a Bitcoin, which is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Traditional markets are only 5 days a week, unless there's...
Good point.
So today markets bounced up. All the markets, including a regular S&P 500, NASDAQ, Russell's 2000, all of them pumped today because yesterday was the influx day. Today, everybody's fine. United States is in control. There's some positive news coming out of...
Is it going down?
Influx is coming in.
Oh.
Investors are coming in.
Investors coming in.
Influx, yeah. Yeah. So today, Bitcoin's at 106,000 from 98.5 to 106. Altcoins got sucked even more. So when Bitcoin crashed, altcoins crashed 2-3 times more.
How big of a crash was Bitcoin?
It went down to 98.5 from like 103, and that's
pretty significant.
That's a 3% correction.
Significant crash there.
Yeah, and it's big for a $2 trillion market. 3% correction for $2 trillion is huge, and altcoins really crashed. Now
it really went down because of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now Bitcoin's up to 106, but altcoins are suffering. They're barely up because the investors have money in Bitcoin. They're not willing to invest in altcoins, these smaller
or they
coins.
Sell their altcoin and buy Bitcoin.
Correct.
To be stable.
Yes. Good.
I would think.
Excellent observation.
It's like I sell my dollars to buy gold bullion.
Exactly. Excellent observation. So what happens now, there's this thing called Bitcoin dominance chart.
Okay.
Bitcoin dominance chart is at all-time high at 65%. It's at all-time high that is this cycle. So that means investors are still bidding into Bitcoin while they're taking money out of altcoins. They don't care, into Bitcoin. Once Bitcoin has a huge run, almost a vertical ascent within weeks, it just goes up, doubles in price. Then investors are like, well, I doubled my money. Where else can I invest? So they'll start investing. The Bitcoin dominance will sharply start dropping because investors are selling into altcoins. We have not seen it this season. It's a slow season.
So Bitcoin dominance is how much of all the cryptocurrency, how much of it's Bitcoin.
Yes. So market cap is at 3.1 trillion. 65% of that is Bitcoin dominated because investors are investing in Bitcoin. So altcoins, which I'm invested in, you're invested in, are suffering right now. And here's what we're looking for the future. Any guesses?
Altcoins going up. It's like the altcoin bull run following Bitcoin going back up. Because I would imagine altcoins, you can get more gain because they'll go down and up a lot quicker or a lot more. But it's not as safe as Bitcoin is perceived to be safe.
Yes, after Bitcoin is made its money.
Bitcoin's coming back, and now the altcoins will follow that trend. And then there's that, what do you call the bull run cycles, right?
What I was looking at is future. It's any trader adjusts to the market condition. They don't just take in position like, oh, I'm gonna make. No, you gotta adjust to the market conditions. So we're adjusting to our altcoin positions. What is presumably gonna take place based on the current conditions. The Federal Reserve has not moved its rates since January or February of this year. It's been 4 or 5 months.
They're twisting their arm to get them to lower the borrowing rate.
There's some good signs that they will lower. The Federal Reserve is feeling dovish with how much money they're taking out of the circulation. They're starting to slow down the money taken out of the liquidity. It's like getting flat. So that means since liquidity is getting flat, that means we can have a bigger influx of liquidity coming in. They stop taking it out. Now they kind of start injecting liquidity based on the charts. So
the US dollar.
Yeah. So injection of US dollar into markets, 1. Federal Reserve lowering the rates, 2. And then positive news with the big beautiful bill, right? For all those rich people. Yes, big beautiful bill, some positive news coming out, some other positive news. That's going to create a super cycle for Bitcoin. Oh, and the Genius Act was passed last Friday. That's for the cryptocurrency stablecoin regulation. That means big companies will start using stablecoins because it's quicker, easier, no fees. So this is all positive news for cryptocurrency. So September, looks like September. I'm hoping August they cut their interest rates, but I'm going to be hawkish and say September they will definitely cut the interest rate. There's some speculation that the interest rates will be cut by August, maybe by July if they twist their arm.
So that's the Fed interest rate. The big beautiful bill. There's lots of spin.
It's not going the way he wants it. Passed through Senate, right?
Passed. Yeah, they're hoping for a unification, so it passes the big beautiful bill. Now, no matter what you think of it or what might be the actual consequences, which is, but there is a part that is cryptocurrency.
Yes, so it's the Genius Act already got passed, but there's another clarity and regulation around cryptocurrencies outside of the Genius Act. That's states, right? Yes. We have North Carolina right now. I have a screenshot. Let me read it out. For which states have already adopted Bitcoin as a reserve in their portfolio, and there are others who will follow. Always others will follow. Always.
Bitcoin as a reserve is almost a thing in itself. Yeah,
It's
as they'll start adopting as a thing.
And then countries will follow. So those are all super positive signs for Bitcoin. I did not see it, but let me see. Bitcoin.
See, it's like we're kind of rooting for those altcoins, especially Oduwa Coin and some of the other ones that we're invested in with the alternative coins. But truly, Bitcoin is like that spine that's holding the skeleton together.
Yes.
And the spine goes, and the bones will go with. And
Trump officially declared ceasefire between Israel and Iran. That's the positive news. That's why the markets are just doing so well. Just 50 minutes ago. See, that's a
ceasefire or else.
Or else, yeah, positive news.
Because war will throw markets into tailspins and reactions, and peace brings them more stable with the marketplaces. That's usually the trend, I believe. Despite all the whatever war is, and war not good.
Well, there's 3 states that have officially adopted Bitcoin reserves, and many states are pending. So we have about 12 states now, which is incredible. I mean, this is the beginning. Bitcoin is gonna hit $1 million here in the next super cycle. It has to. And then 10 million is
super cycle is
that's where it goes from like 100K to like 300K and like triples the price, and you're like, whoa, in the thousands starts moving, So congrats to all the Bitcoin holders.
Congratulations, altcoin holders too, because I guess if you hold the altcoins,
they kind of go on top.
Follow suit, right?
Yep. So I'm a Digibyte holder. It really crashed almost to the lowest prices that were about it, but I'm still up net positive on Digibyte. I have about 4.5 million of those guys, and I got about 7,000 Filecoins at an average price at $3. But Filecoin right now is at $2.25. If it just goes back up to its average mean price of $40-50, I got 7,000 of those. I'll just sell 3 or 4 a day. I'm fine. You can live off of that.
Yeah, if it's stable as
Lambo.
Lambo to the moon.
Lambo.
Yeah.
So we are not at the altcoin season yet. There's many holders. I look at the big projects such as Solana. Solana is doing fine, but Cardano, for example, huge project. It's at 50 cents. It just only doubled since bear market. It hasn't done anything. See, this is Cardano. This is its all-time high. It hasn't even reached halfway to its all-time high. But so there you go. It's only at 58 cents as we speak right now. That's it, 58 cents, Cardano. So this tells me we have not hit a altcoin season because this is very, very
it's kind of like the altcoin
popular project.
Is delayed.
However, some projects hit their all-time highs or close to it. So see, this is the thing. It depends. The narrative now. Go with the narrative. And it's the AI. That's why we have Fetch.
Yes, because AI has become so popular, and there's so much AI slop, but AI is so popular, there's a lot of, that's the garbage stuff. But if AI is so popular, trending, people have a lot more confidence in technology, and that's going to translate into confidence in the cryptocurrency market scene, where people are going to be using it a lot more. And I think it goes down to the states, the 50 states, right? So
yes.
They're going to have power over the regulation or whatever, more or less regulation. That makes it, regulation might seem bad, but in the long run, it's going to make much more stabilized use, more confidence in utilizing it, I think.
Yep. So like myself, speaking of narrative utilization, the states adopted it. I took a gamble in this meme that just came out this season specifically, and there's many holders. It's huge. It's hyper liquid, and I bought like 30 million when it's a cap. 30 million of them at average price at 4034, so 33. So I bought a bunch of that, and it's going back to its all-time high for this market, which it hasn't even started pumping yet. I'll get extra zero added to my portfolio, so the 1,000 will turn to 10 grand just for it to go an all-time high. This market, before even the super cycle.
So you're expecting a 10x on one of your altcoins?
Yep. Before, just going back to its all-time high, which was right here,
Oh,
which is in 2024. We had many little local spikes in 2024 and 2025 based on the news and the narrative. So I gambled and speculated in that. So it'll be zero. So right now it's worth, one statistic is 0.0004031, and its all-time high was 305. So it's more than 10x, like 14x in March 2024, just a year ago. So
we can put those. Let's see.
you gotta adjust to the market.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of news, and Bitcoin went and then it's coming back, and the altcoin season. So pretty good in general. Yeah.
Yep. I predict altcoin season later this year. Now it has to because of the rate cuts, positive news, the bills, the big beautiful bill, all the vortex. Bitcoin has to go very, very high, and it's a delayed season, and it's gonna flow into altcoins. So we're a year delayed, basically.
A year.
Any comments?
Yeah, I would say hodl or get some of that altcoins when they're. And by the way, we are not financial advisors. Whatever you do with your cash. Your former what?
Former.
Well, we're not officially advising people financially.
No, this is just what we do.
Yeah, we're just saying what we do.
The three followers, you use your own judgment.
Yeah, so all three of you, thanks for watching. Yeah.
We can look back at this 10 years from now in our Lambos and laugh.
Yeah, I mean today's June 23rd,
2025.
2025, and we have
The day after the missile crisis. Missiles were fired.
Yeah, day after Iran got booed by bombers.
Checking out.
And what's Bitcoin once again?
106,000.
106,000. So it went down and went back up, but not quite as back up as it used to be. So pretty good. So yes, I guess we're sayonara, huh?
Checking out. Bye-bye.
Checking out. Aloha. See you next time. Bye.
Fun episode. Fun episode. Very fun.